mean, technically we are moving. Just really not very fast at all. So given that I have time, I wanted to show you something. So this is the engine, which of course I haven't used, but I wanted to show you that I haven't used it. And that's because, to make sure that nobody cheats, the race has a system of seals. So you can see this plastic seal with a number code on it. That goes through the transmission, and then with this metal wire here is connected to the boat. So if at any point during the course of the race the propeller turned, then that would rip the wire, that would rip the seal, and that would show that the engine had been used to make the boat go forwards. Every competitor in the Vendée Globe is required, just after the start, to send a photo of that system in place. The seal immobilizing the propeller shaft, and then that has been actually controlled several times during the course of the race to make sure that we haven't used it. Now, in addition, I'm the only one in the race to have added an extra one here, and so this is on the belt at the front of the engine that runs the water pump, and you can see I've got it around the belt and then around tube, and if the engine had run at any point during the course of the race, this would have been destroyed. And so that's my proof that I haven't used this engine at all for any reason, going forwards, backwards, sideways, charging the engine, charging the batteries or whatever. No engine for this entire time. And it's thanks to the seal that I can show that. So with 76 miles remaining, I think we can say I've gone around the world without burning any fossil fuels, and thanks to these Solbian solar panels and the Watt&C hydro generator. The mix of technology might be different from how I did it in 2016, but the end result is the same. I have now gone twice around the world in the Vendée Globe without burning any fossil fuels. And I'd like to encourage both the class IMOCA and the race to continue to adopt principles of trying to make this class and this event as sustainable as possible. There are steps that are being made in the way that the boats are being constructed, the sails that we get to use. I'm also the only sailor to have the complete set of green certified sails from One Sails. And so steps are being made, but I think that the next edition of the race is in 2028. Shortly thereafterwards, both in the United States and in Europe, internal combustion engines for cars are going to be outlawed. And so I think it's crazy that for a super high-tech class like this to be rolling into the next event with 100-year-old tractor diesel technology is just craziness. So I feel like I've done my part to show what's possible. Now I'd like to see that adopted more widely, both by the class and by the event. So there I am, already talking about 2028, 4 years time, and indeed that is my goal. My goal is to come back with a more competitive boat so that I can spend all of this energy at the front of the fleet rather than the back of the fleet. And certainly I've got lots of interesting, I hope, intermediary goals, races between now and 2028. And I'd just like to ask that you follow along for the ride, because when I got inspired to come and do the Vendée Globe in 2004, there was not this degree of media, certainly not in English, and it was a bit of a hard slog to come here, learn French, learn sailing, learn solar sailing, become fully integrated into the French scene. And the proof of it is that I'm the only Kiwi to have ever done that. The Vendée Globe, the Route de Rhum, the Solitaire de Figaro, all of these other events. And so what I'd like to do now is open the door behind me. I'm in the process of putting together a racing team that will hopefully take on more diverse events, hopefully with the integration of the ocean race circuits, both the Transat and the Tour of Europe. And I would like to hold this out as an invitation to you to come along, to join the story. If you're a sailor or an enthusiast or a sailmaker or whatever, please get in touch when we can have a discussion about how to get you integrated into the team. And otherwise, if you're just a fan, Well, there's no just about it. That's fantastic. It is your enthusiasm that makes it possible for us to do what we do. Quite literally, this is a sponsored event, and it's thanks to you following along that we're able to find those sponsors. Yeah, speaking of finding sponsors, if you know anybody or if you work for an interesting company that you think might match both with ocean racing or indeed with my priorities, please don't hesitate to reach out on LinkedIn particularly as well. Launching a new cycle, a new campaign means new sponsors as well, and so I am forever in the search of people that would be interested in joining the adventure. So here we go, 80 something days around the world, 70 something miles ahead of me. Thank you very, very much for following along. It has been really, really cool to have your messages left in the comments below. It really gave me a boost when times were hard, when my feet were cold, when I was missing home. So I think that we can safely say that we did this together, and I look forward to next time.